the mountain below.
Kyle Colgren once said that the greatest crime an adaptation could commit is make you question whether the original source material was that good to begin with. There were a few moments in this film where I wondered if my nostalgia and love for Tolkien's books had blinded me from flaws that the movie merely accentuated. But even if Desolation of Smaug pushed me to that point in the cinema, I still don't hate the movie. It's certainly a big step down from the first movie, but when I think of things it did right and wrong, it sort of comes out breaking even. Naturally, this movie has to be stretched as much as possible to justify a third one, so when one of the characters leaves the main group to go on his own adventure, we see that adventure as a sort of side plot. We also see the return of Legolas, here played once again by Orlando Bloom. And here's the thing about Legolas in the movie. Legolas in Lord of the Rings was a mild, calm, and thoughtful character when he wasn't killing endless amounts of orcs. In this prequel film, Legolas is a proud, distrustful prince who seems set up to have a character arc in canon with Lord of the Rings. Or at least, I hope he will have such a character arc, or else his presence will be ridiculous. But anyway, Legolas's presence in the film pushes his father, the Elven King, into the background, even while Legolas gets a female sidekick named Tauriel, played by Evangeline Lilly. Here's a brief overview of things that I liked and things I didn't like about this film. Let's start with the good things. The movie looks great. There were moments of grandeur which did justice to the original book's descriptions. Mirkwood was one such example. The way Peter Jackson portrays this haunted forest along with its eight-legged inhabitants, it made for a very good bit of the film. Another example was Lake Town. We really get an idea of a bustling city that's alive but also sick with corruption and poverty. And it's here that we get two of the book's characters introduced, both of them given a new level of depth that the book unfortunately did not always give them. Bard's development in the film was done very well. I liked how we got to see a lot more of Bard, and not to mention the fact that he's given a family to care for. And then of course there is the corrupt master of Lake Town, played by the brilliant and hilarious Stephen Fry. I also liked Thorn and Bilbo's developments in the film. Both of them have their own little transformations as characters, which hint at what we'll be seeing in the third film. But one of the best parts of the movie has got to be Smaug. Benedict Cumberbatch did a phenomenal job voicing the dragon, and it caused Bilbo's big scene with Smaug to be probably the best scene of the whole film. But now for the things which failed. First off, Beorn and the Elven King. Not only is their screen time shockingly small, but the film's changes cause them to either be completely boring cardboard cutouts or straight-up contradictions of what their characters originally were. While I liked Lily's portrayal of Tauriel, she serves no purpose except to be part of a love triangle. This tired cliché is hammered into the film with all the desperation of studio producers trying to attract audiences with whatever they can think of. It leads to some moments of such terrible and stupid melodrama that I literally cringed in my seat while watching them. Now keep in mind, I have no problem with adding a female character to this film, but if she's just there as a love interest, no amount of scenes of her killing orcs will hide that fact. It was a shallow and lazy attempt on the filmmaker's part. But even more than that, this movie's biggest problem was its pacing. The action scenes have a lot of energy to them, but they drag on way too long, and for such contrived reasons. While Smaug himself was well done, the scenes they put him in were not interesting, with the one exception that was actually faithful to the book. And yeah, I can't help comparing the film to the book. The book is why I came to the cinema to see the film, and it's why I'll return to see the third movie with renewed hope. That said, the movies are trying to appeal to audiences beyond the book fans. I can understand that. and I actually liked some of the changes they made, but this movie was ultimately too mixed of a bag. All that said, I don't regret watching this movie, nor is there a doubt in my mind that I'll be seeing the third film. The second movie served most of all to set us up for the third film, and I'll keep my fingers crossed that we get a satisfying conclusion to this trilogy.
If this is to end in fire, then we shall all burn together. Watch the flames climb high into